Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back with Time with Jesus and Truck Talk and just general thoughts, I guess. The world is upside down. You know, there's so much going on these days, and there's so much that's happening, and evil is rising. And a lot of people are taking things as, they're in fear. The war, the gas rising of prices again, food's going to rise back up. Everything. I mean, let's just think about this because we don't know what the outcome's going to be, so we're going to raise prices of fuel. Does that make any sense? I mean, it doesn't make. We have the resources. There's no excuses. And I know a lot of people are going to come against this, and you're more than welcome. I welcome your thoughts in the chat. It's lately nobody's really been chatting in there, so and some of the videos I haven't got a chance to get back to on chat and stuff either. So, but you guys are always more than welcome to chat anything. It's I don't know, but anyways. Fear is the biggest deceiving thing that Lucifer can do to you. When he puts that fear into you, the entities around you can grow and the entities around you attach even more. It's almost like that lint roller rolling up you and you gather all the hair and fuzz and everything off you. You have to understand. Oh, excuse me. Jeez. Oh my goodness. You have to understand that when you allow fear into your life and in doubt, you just put God in the biggest box. That's what I start calling now the coffin, because we tie God's hands. Everybody wants to see God's miracles. Well, are you doing God's will? We have to trust God with our heart, soul, and mind. We have to be fully in with Him. When the world does the worldly things, we can't sit at a light and get upset with them, or they cut you off. People, you gotta, when you're driving these days, when you're coming up on an on-ramp, if you can't get in that middle lane, you're either going to get up in front of these people or back off a little bit and give them room to get in. I'm not saying that, it's teaching them that it's okay to do it, but it's also saving your lives. It's also saving you from an accident that you're going to have to prove in court. And it just becomes a nightmare. Is it worth the 10 seconds to let a couple cars on, and behind that time that other car is going to try to speed up, whatever, maybe they'll end up running on the side of the road. Who knows? But is it worth somebody getting hurt over? If you're late, you're late. But I don't say I'm ever late. I say I'm on God's time. Do I agree with the war that's going on? I've got a few emails on that, and yes and no, I guess. Yes to the fact that, if we got people with nuclears or warheads and all these kind of things, I agree, then we should, if they're going to try to use this against us, then absolutely. But here's the thing. I don't think any country in their right mind is going to do a nuclear war. And I might be wrong, but I seriously doubt it, because eventually it creeps to them. So you're going to go in a bunker and you got enough food in there to last you. These bug out things and bug in things, now they're calling them. People are now doing the bug in things where you set your house up. I don't even have enough energy sometimes for this stuff. I mean, it's like, what in the world are you people thinking? If you got a bunker that you go in and you seal yourself in, you're going to be in there, from what I understand, 10 years, maybe plus. Are you going to be able to survive that long? Are you going to even want to come out into the world at that point? If there is anything left out there, what are you gaining to go back out? You want to stay in a box the rest of your life? Heck, not me, man. If we go to war, we go to war. I'm not fearful of death. And that's what I'm leading into here. We have to understand the Antichrist spirit is rising. We have to understand that our government isn't the greatest goddamn government that we have. You have to understand that they are the most corrupted, worthless, and God forgive me for saying it, but worthless. I don't even know how in the world it's even legal for some of this stuff to even go on. I mean, think about the military, okay? They sat over there and some of them dying and some of them getting partial of their paychecks while the big fat government received all of their money during that strike and all the crap that would happen. How is that? You pathetic people. How dare you put a halt on the military and police officers. I don't know if police officers and fire department got involved in that whole nonsense, but I know the military did. Anybody else, I add you in here, and I'm sorry, I really don't have the knowledge of that because I didn't look it up. But I know the military. These people are sons and daughters, mothers and fathers. These people are single people, maybe married but don't have children, whatever their situation is. They're serving our country and you don't want to pay them because of some government shutdown? You can shove your government shutdown. Pay them people. You should have to back pay them. They do, but I mean, you should have to pay them interest for every paycheck that they had to wait. Let's do that for once. Let's give money to that instead of all the money that the Obamas sent overseas. Duffel bags full of money out of our government. People, I'm talking duffel bags full. The Biden administration, and everybody comes against Trump. Look what your president's doing. Look what your president's doing. And now they're saying his ratings the lowest. You can cram your thoughts in your ratings because let me tell you right now, if Trump was to run again right now, he would win. You know why? Because he's truthful. You people don't want to hear the truth. You want to hear what you want to hear. Lucifer is controlling the game right now. God is handing over this world to him. His son, Damon, whichever way you want to pronounce it, the game crafts are rising, Dungeon Dragons, the Magic Wars, the Lashkitaba, all these things are rising. Your children are locked into this stuff. Your husbands, maybe your wives, maybe your daughters, maybe your cousins, maybe your own siblings. You don't know what you're messing with. I had a family member, married into there, so an in-law. We were talking just out of the blue. I love Halloween. I love dressing up. I love all that. It put shivers down my spine. And all I kept thinking about is, well, if they're celebrating it, then my sister must be involved in all this crap too. And I don't understand how she could be. I don't understand how somebody can see stuff from an angel and everything else and fall into the devil's patterns, the devil's brew. Because if you're involved with it, it's not godly. Anything against God, anything that attacks God is an enemy. Look it up. It's in Scripture. I'm not making this stuff up. Let me tell you about depression from my point of view. I never in my life went through depression. I never in my life went through the stuff that I had to go through, to have someone take care of me, to have someone feed me, to have someone tie my shoes, to have someone basically tuck me in because my brain goes into this it's despicable. I mean, a 5-year-old has more common sense than when this attacks happened to me. Even with my speech, I go back into stuttering. The the concentration is pretty much ridiculous anymore. I start remembering stuff real good one day, and I'm thinking, wow, I'm back. And then a day or two later, the pain sets in and right back. But you see what Satan's doing, people. Well, I remember a few months ago, the Lord said, he's coming to divide the Christian families. I remember when Lucifer told me, I will pull your children from you. I will fill them full of my thoughts, and they shall attack you, crucify you. Well, they did. They did. Today, I don't have access, or not access. I don't have any, I don't even know the word I'm thinking about. Contact, I guess. I mean, text messages here and there. When I do send something going, it's always, I'm busy. I'm busy. I'm busy. I'm busy. When they were little, even the teenagers, when I got sole custody in court after my first divorce, I had my youngest daughter and my son. They forget that I had to be at work at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I had to work until 10 o'clock at night. Yes, it was the same building. And by the time I got home, it was about 11 o'clock. By the time I did a few things and got in bed, got a shower and got in bed, it was about 11:30, maybe 12 o'clock, depending on the situation. It's an hour drive, people. So 12, 1, 2. I had to get up at 3 to get ready. Sometimes 2 o'clock. So I get about an hour and a half, 2 hours. So on my break time, I'd go down there and sleep in my office. People forget the sacrifices that you pay. And then they're going to say I'm too busy. I was never too busy when they ran out of gas to take them gas. I was never too busy to do what they needed done. You see, when you look at yourself and you stop looking at the other people, you're failing in life. It doesn't surprise me one bit that Lucifer was able to pull them all away. It doesn't surprise me one bit. But all I can do is pray. And maybe it's best. I have to trust that God has a purpose, plan, and the reason for everything. And I do trust in that, and I believe in that, and I say it a lot. I say it plenty of times. Purpose, plan, and reason He has. We would not be here if you did not have a purpose and a plan and a reason for you. He would not have created you if He didn't have that purpose, plan, and reason for you. But we choose to serve the enemy. So many people say they're going to heaven. The hell is full of people that said they were going to heaven. Full. We don't want to talk about hell. It's taboo. Why? Because the watered down churches want numbers. The watered down churches is full. I talked to a pastor a while back, and he kept telling me that I'm stretching things. Now you're really stretching things. No, you're stretching things because you don't want to hear it. You're stretching things because you think your title is more important. You're stretching things because your congregation is full of sinners that claim to be Christian. It gets me when they sit up there and sing, and the activities that they're involved in. When you step away and walk out into the world. We are to be like Christ. We are to be disciples. We are to be the ones that go out into the world and stand up for God and stand up for Him. But we don't. We don't stand up. We lay down. Look at the nonsense that we allowed into schools. Men showing children how to use sexual toys on themselves. Are you sick and twisted? We allowed transgenders to go into the opposite sex bathrooms. Girls getting raped. That little girl's, you think she's ever going to get over that? And a teacher said that she heard it, but didn't know what to do. Because you get involved in stuff, it's a bad day for you. I don't care. You can take my job. I would have busted that stall up and that kid would have been out on his butt. And the same as I would want somebody to do for my child, even if I went to jail for putting my hands on a minor. That's nasty. Nasty. The jail sentence would have been worth it. That poor girl. And it happened more than once, people. But we close our eyes. We close our ears. So many people got that sex pedophile thing or whatever it is on their phones. They look at your neighborhood and they're constantly, oh my gosh, oh my God. Are you kidding me? It's everywhere. Your phone ain't going to tell you nothing. You should be worried about what your children are doing, but you're not. If you're that worried, then you don't need an app. Just go look at their activities. You should be worried about what Satan is going to do to them in hell because of their actions today. They are creating their punishment in hell. Let me tell you something. When you walk through there and you end up in that rotten, decaying place, here's something that you won't hear anybody speak of. And I've been waiting. I've been watching hell videos lately over and over and over. And people, it sounds like a lot of people may copy other stuff. I don't know. But everything's like a repeat. They bring certain stuff and repeat it. You know, but think about this. When you're walking into hell, the one pain that I remember the most, and I didn't realize how bad it was until I actually got a chance to stop and look down at my foot. Your feet are burning, people. And when I mean burning, I mean fire burning. You can't cool your feet down. Your feet are turning like a burnt marshmallow or a burnt hot dog. We all have seen that, so you can relate to it. And it just sends needles of pain through your legs. Your brain can't even comprehend the pain level. That's how bad it is. And that's just walking. You're not even to the gates yet. Well, congratulations. Your door prize is coming. People talk about the lake of fire. People talk about the pits. Well, the lake of fire basically is a big giant wall that I talk about. When the new kingdom and this world is wiped clean, every building, every car, everything on this world that we treasure so damn much is going to be leveled and turned to dust. The new kingdom will come down. This place will be washed clean. The new kingdom lowered down in that wall of fire in a circle like the world. And I'm talking a few miles long. Of fire that's going to separate you from heaven. You may try to walk through that fire, but I guarantee it, I want you to walk through a bonfire and count each step you take into that bonfire. I mean a blazing bonfire. It could be 5 by 5. Okay? 5 foot by 5 foot. I want you to walk through it. And I want you to do it this way. Every step, then I want you to count. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, then take your next foot and step. And I want you to do that until you make it all the way through that 5-foot ring of fire there. You're not going to make it. You wouldn't even step in there. But if you're not willing to step into that and do it, I'm willing to build the fire. I'm willing to watch people, and I'll have a fire extinguisher when you get out, and I'll have some water and some burn spray for you. How's that sound? I'm willing to give you that. I'm even willing to call the paramedics to send you to the hospital to get your foot treated, with your feet. People, I think I'm nuts. I think your lifestyle is what you're doing is nuts. Take a fool's advice. The last 15 months, the Lord has tore everything out of me. And when I say broken, I mean broken. I mean, I had every thoughts of suicide. I have every thoughts of uselessness, worthlessness. I guess that's pretty much the same. Just giving up. Giving up. Can't walk, can't move. You got to crawl. You got to have people take care of you. What kind of a life is this? What kind of a life is having someone stand in your life and watch you go through it, but let alone have to take care of you? Somebody married a husband, not another child. Everybody has a break point. You know, God's destiny is not held for us. But let me go on a little bit more. While you're walking that walk, and once you enter, you'll look out and see that 5 mile of flames. Probably deeper. I don't know. But I would say, if I had to estimate, I would say about 5 miles. You're going to walk through 5 miles of fire and you can't even walk for 5 feet. Think about it. I want you to go out there and just take a tape measure and put a post, and put a post, and put a post. Put 4. Put 2 and 2 and 2 and 2. And then I want you to just walk across the grass and do what I just said. Think about that. Because when we think in our head and we don't do it, I mean, you could even put a book on the floor and the floor and the floor. You don't even got to walk outside in your grass. You could just put a book in a book, measure 5 feet by 5 feet, and walk across it. It seems like an eternity. But picture you're burning. Picture that, where you walk through there. Think about any time you got burnt on a stove or a pot. It hurts. The pain keeps you alive. When you're dying, you wake up. Many people don't understand it. Because you're not waking up. You watch videos after videos after videos after videos, and you refuse to wake up. How do you want God to help you? I'm in pain today. I lost my job today. Oh God, why? What do you want God to do? You live a sinner's life. Why don't you go ask your master that you serve? Lucifer, why'd you take my job? Because I don't care about you. I want you to suffer. I despise you. You're weak. Fool. Wow. Does he really talk like that? Yeah, he really does. I can go into deeper conversations I've had with him. Oh, you're a Satanist. You're right, I was. The cult, a cult, spells, magic, seances, chants, sacrifices. Making potions. Oh, I might be leaving out a few things here and there. My brain ain't the sharpest anymore, but I'll tell you how stupid it was. Well, I know the power of tarot cards, especially when the immature people that use it thinking they know how to use it because they read the stupid pamphlet book that comes with the tarot cards and they think, well, look, I can read your fortune. No, Lucifer is making you believe this. Really, all you're doing is opening damn portals, and they're attaching to you, too. You will, too, go insane after a while. But look at the portals that you open. Look what you allow people to come in your house and do. Look at these things you do when you go to these palm readers and all this. What do you think's in them places? Demonic demons that are ready, and ready to attach to you. You know, if you go in there, don't say a dang word to them people. You say, I don't know, you tell me. Say you want love. When am I going to find love? When am I going to find my girlfriend? Or when am I going to find my boyfriend? Then that's all you tell them. I'm looking for you to tell me when I'm going to find a relationship in my life with, if you're male, girl, if you're female, a man. And just leave it at that. And watch him start flipping the cards. Then just ask him, can you give me a basic idea what they're going to look like? Then they try to pull out of you your desires. You know, they got apps, people. Go look at some of these stupid apps. But don't. I'm just telling you. They're on there, the AI stuff. You could create your own AI girlfriend or boyfriend. You can make them look like whatever you want. You can make them do whatever they want. You tell them and they'll do it. That's submissive. I mean, it's submissive in a bad way. It's not what the Bible says of submission. You know, being submissive to your husband, being submissive to your wife, things like that. It's totally different. Because everything Lucifer does is the opposite of what God does. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, so you made the journey to the door, the gate of hell. You got the... Gotta be that dog. Demon cricket. So, you then start to go through the entrance. That's where your feet get put into this, basically, like lava coal. Your nameplate, your feet go in there, and like I said, it's like here's the floor, and your feet are dangling underneath your legs from your knees down. And these nice welcome gift for you, they ran these fire, like needle-looking things with scalding red tips and orange, and shove them up inside your feet. Not only that, they're going to break your legs over and over and over. And that's just your warming gift. Welcome. You're good and faithful loser. You were too easy to control. I gave you the luxuries of your life, and you paid and went in debt, and you collapsed, and then you complained and complained and complained, and I was so happy every time you complained about something, or so miserable because of whatever you were going through. Oh my gosh, yeah, money, this, and cars, and your homes, and your rent, and your jobs. Oh, complain about the waters falling from the sky. Oh my goodness. You know, every day, you complained and complained, and I was so happy. Oh, so happy that you complained to God about everything, telling him how imperfect he is. When he sits up there and thinks he's so darn perfect, and he's so grateful and so powerful, but yet his own creation turns on him. Oh, this is the greatest moment of my life. Now, what I'm going to do for you, I'm going to release you from there. And I'm not going to give you the washing and a new name and a new robe. Oh, that's stupid. You didn't want none of that. I gave you all that. I gave you the best clothing, the cars. You know, I gave you Hollywood. I gave you the music world. I gave you promotions at your work. And you went out and partied and did all the things more of the flesh. And I was so happy. Oh my gosh, you don't understand how happy. Now guess what I'm going to do for you over here. I'm going to send you over there, and they're going to cut your ears off. They're going to rip your nose. They're going to put their fingers up in your nose and just rip it straight off your face. But God, the great God, is going to let it be restored. And you're going to have it done again and again. That's how great God was. But let me stop you right there a minute, Lucifer. Because God isn't doing it. We did it. We're being punished for what we did. If we raped, clearly you're going to cut their penis off, and you're going to shove it in places, their mouths, their noses, their butts, and through their ears, and rip it out the other side, through their eyes, and take it out through their mouth. I mean, come on. I mean, it's just a great old party here. Let's just continue to rape people. You drug addiction people that went and did theft and broke in and did bad things to people. Well, congratulations. They're going to cut your fingers off. They're going to shove stuff under your fingernails, and they're going to smash them. They are going to rip parts of your finger by parts of your fingers and parts by your fingers all the way down. They're going to take your hand apart. They're going to rip the skin up. They're going to take the veins and rip them down. Congratulations. How does that feel so far? Oh, don't worry, because they're not done with you yet. You fake Christians. I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for you. Because you're going to get the front and center row of heaven. Not only are you going to see the loved ones, not only are you going to see friends, not only are you going to see Jesus, not only are you going to hear the angels singing while you are being tortured. When I was in hell, I seen the torture. The journey I just took back to hell. Horrifying. But you're going to hear it. See, when you ask to die, God has to remind you. And I have got reminded real fast because I had a lot of hatred. I had a lot of built-up pain. I had a lot of built-up thoughts. Well, then let's go back to hell. Them prison cells, people. You made them. You made those bars yourself. You took that iron and you made it so long. If you're 5'5", you made it 6 foot. No need for a door. You can leave whenever you want. But be careful what direction you go in, because there's a fiery pit waiting everywhere you go. Some places, it's bubbling up so bad it just hits your skin. Burn the clothes right off you. A lot of people walking around in hell stark naked, trying to cover themselves. What are you going to do when a demon grabs a hold of you? People like to rape people. What are you going to do when they rape you repeatedly? And all I'm saying is, if I'm talking, just think of an elephant's private part coming at you. 6, 8 of them. And I'm talking the whole entire thing inside of you. See, even these teachers that fall into this thing of the students and all this, sometimes I wonder, let me think of a better way to put it. If it's consensual, and I'm not saying it right, I'm just saying if it's consensual, how can they charge a teacher for that? I mean, it's like almost like saying if you're 30, well, let's just say if you're 40 and you date somebody that's 25, you may say, well, Nelson, that's a minor. Most of these kids are in high school. But yet if they went out and broke the law, they wouldn't really, they would be tried as if they went and killed somebody and they're 16, 17. If they're 17, they'll try them as an adult. 16, they may find them guilty and they may have to live in a place until they turn the age of 17, 18, and they get shipped off to prison. Prison! Now, I know some high school kids are good size, but you ain't going to survive. You're going to be raped, especially when they find out the stuff that you've done. When they find out what you've done, they're going to do it to you. Trust me. Or they're just going to rape you because you're fresh meat to them. The demonic realm is full of things that these Hollywood films get you used to. I don't understand how people could be so terrified of dolls. I don't understand how people could be so terrified of Michael Myers and Jason and Freddy Krueger and Pinface, Leatherface, the Ghostface, which I think is the stupidest thing in the world. What in the freaking world? How does people get terrified of someone putting on a black cape with fringes coming down in a white ghost face looking stupid rubber mask looking thing and be so terrified of? I don't understand it. I mean, it's almost like you just want to run up to the fool and clothesline him, rip the mask off of him and go, whoo, Scooby-Doo ending. But wait, it's not what you think. And they pull that mask off and it's somebody else. I said, what Scream reminds me of? Scooby-Doo. Who is it? Scooby? Oh, I don't know. You gotta go figure it out. We'll give you a Scooby snack when you're done. Isn't it great? This world is horrible. Horrible. We have become so much of ourselves. We have fallen into Lucifer's traps. It's like the mouse trap. The mouse trap isn't working, Lucifer. Yeah, I know. Watch them. Look how stupid they are. No, they just keep coming. Oh, I'm going to put a piece of cheese on it next time. Watch this. Oh, they took the cheese. Well, Lucifer, it's not. You didn't set the trap. Oh, I know. I want to get them nice and full. Then they come and there's a peanut, a piece of cheese, and peanut butter. Piece of cheese is on, nice and tight, onto the little lip thing that holds it in place. Then you put a little hole in there, put the peanut in there, and you put some peanut butter over it, and you set the trap, and BAM! He's got you. Bam, you're dead. Bam, you wake up in hell. No pardon gifts. Nothing. You look down at your track arms and they're bothering you. You look at in between your fingers where you shoot the stuff. You look in your toes and they're all black. Hell, you can't feel it anyways. You're going to walk right in there. Your toes ain't going to feel it. Maybe part of your foot ain't going to feel it. But you'll eventually start feeling it. Oh, I couldn't get off it, Nelson. You don't understand. You're talking to the wrong person. What don't I understand about drugs? What don't I understand about alcohol? I mean, what are you trying to say that I don't understand? I understand that you're weak. I understand that you don't want to go through the withdrawals. Well, you should have never done the crap in the first place. You did it. No one else did it. But what gets me is these guys get these women hooked on this stuff so they can pimp them out or drug them up and so they can get the drugs. You know, you got the people that smoke marijuana and their spouses or boyfriend or girlfriends never did this stuff. And all of a sudden they're doing it now because the person wants to smoke it. And they know damn well, eventually you're going to say, look, man, we can't keep affording to this, you know, la, 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 la. But if they get too hooked on it, then damn well you want it too. But when it comes to the time when they die, instead of calling 911 because they've done it so many damn times, they're afraid they're going to get in trouble, they just run. Like little coward little roaches in the night when you turn on the light. You tell me this isn't a satanic world? You tell me this isn't Lucifer's timing? Well, I'm going to repent like the Jehovah's Witness, Nelson. When Jesus is up in the sky, I'm going to repent of everything and I'm going to heaven. In the meantime, I had the time of my life and I got to do all the things you Christians complain about and won't do because the Bible tells us not to. Not to. And if you live that Jehovah's Witnesses way, you're going to be deceived too. You're going to end up in hell. Just saying. Nowhere in there does it say you can repent at the last moment. It's not the thief on the cross. Okay? The terrors of the night that wakes you up. At least you can wake up. There you can't get away from it. You're going to be haunted by the very things that you tried to run from. You can't run there. You're all his. No ever getting out. The rest of your life, that's what you're going to deal with. Congratulations. You have won the pardon gift. We keep putting God last. you question anything. I'm not saying be foolish of your money. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm just saying Lucifer uses, why do I keep talking about money? Because Lucifer uses money more than anything in our lives. The number two thing, addictions. Not just alcohol, not just drugs. It could be porn, it could be lust of the flesh, it could be having sex, it could, whatever it may be, people. Whatever triggers you. Playing those video games, playing the board games, going to tarot readings. They can't see the future. The enemies can't see it. Lucifer knows his timeline. He was there when he was sentenced, so why wouldn't he not know it? See what I'm saying? Life is not always what you think. We're too busy criticizing our spouses, family, judgment. What gives you the right to judge anybody? What gives you the right to judge anybody? What gives you the right to look at someone else and say, well, that person should have never done that? Maybe somebody would say it back to you. You should have never done this, or you should have never done that. Ever think about that? Hell loves you because you love hell. You love hell so much you live a life of desires and of your flesh. Some people's idea is praying to God is giving them a laundry list of what you need and want, and you're going about your day. Easter's getting ready to come up, and then it's the C and E time, or the E and C, whichever you like to say. Which came first? Well, obviously Easter, or did it? Think about it. Which came first? Would have been celebration of Christ's birth, so Christmas and the resurrection. You notice they're 3 months apart. There's a lot of things I've been looking at numbers in the Bible and what is happening in this world. I don't need speculations. I don't need someone's thoughts to say, well, it could happen this time. It could happen right now. Damn, stop talking about tomorrow. Get these people ready today. I don't know how much more of hell people have to hear about. Well, I live in a living hell, and I pray to God, and I pray to you, but you're also going to the bars. Your ass all doing this, and you're also doing that. You're also disrespectful to your spouse. You're also, I can go down the damn list of things. You could wear the damn cross. You could put on the biggest cross and the shiniest cross. You could go out and spend $10,000 on a gold cross and a chain, and I'm not impressed. If I'm not impressed, God's not impressed. Let me tell you. I stand on my faith that God had to restore. It's almost like my faith level went to bankrupts, and he had to bail me out. Negative funds. Well, I should give you the finances. The Lord says, I shall give you the inheritance that was given to me. But you got to be faithful. You don't go in there and say, hey, Lord, I want a helicopter, and I want a trailer to pull it, and I want a nice vehicle to pull the trailer, and I want a Lamborghini. What do you think the Lord's going to say? It's not good for you. I'll give you what's good for you. No, Lord. I really want these things. Those things are no good for you. Unfortunately, I have to say no. Oh, Jesus this, Jesus that, Jesus this, Jesus that, blah, 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 blah. That's your prerogative. That's your freedom of speech. But God listens to it all. Same. Seems a little ridiculous, don't it? Well, I'm going to stop here because I'm going to give you guys plenty of things to think about. And feel free to ask me anything you want. And I'm going to do a part 2 either tonight or tomorrow morning, most likely tomorrow, because I'm not feeling the greatest right now. I feel like I'm like horrible. I mean, I don't have any other word for it. It's just bad. But anyways, guys, I love you. God bless you. And always remember, Jesus loves you. Jesus went to the cross for you. And he accepts you, dirty or clean. Just come and call on his name. And say, Lord, I believe you are the Son of God. And I believe in my heart you can heal me. And remove all this. Have faith, people. Have faith. You shall see a brighter day coming. God bless you. Till the next one.